Hello everyone, welcome back to Classic Automotive Services. Right, this week we had that TR7 convertible in for the 16 valve conversion, and well, it's now not here. So we did get it all done. There was a lot of hours went into that last week. Just, well, I'm actually exhausted from the amount of hours we had to put into it. So we've got plenty of pictures of it, and we have got a little video of it before it left yesterday, which I'll put in a minute. So we didn't just do the engine swap. We'd done basically a full mechanical change on the car. So it had all the front suspension fully rebuilt with a combination of polybush and rubber. The reason for that was the owner didn't want the car to be too stiff. He didn't want it to lose too much comfort. So we put a package together using a combination of poly bushes on parts, rubber on other parts, just to try and help with the comfort of it. And it worked out very well. So it had fully poly bushed anti-roll bar. The subframe bushes were poly bushed as well. And then the rest of the front, as in the only thing left on the front after that is the lower control arms. They were rubber. So that worked out well. And on the back, we left the train arm mounts where they mount to the body in rubber, as if TR7s, if you do go too stiff on the polybush, they do tend to crack and flex the train arm mounts on the actual body shell. I've had it happen on one of my cars where it broke all the spot welds, and they also put a lot of stress through the mounting point and can actually eventually elongate the hole where the train arm actually bolts onto the car. So rubber there is definitely a better option on where it bolts to the car. And then on the other end, where it bolts to the axle, we put polybush in it. So that will then help with axle flex, as they're a lot stiffer. So in theory, it'd be like having a stiffer anti-roll bar on the back. So because if you've got the axle set horizontal, if my hands are the wheels and you've got the train arms off of it, having stiffer bushes on the axle will help stop the axle doing that as it's trying to twist the bush more. So having a stiffer bush will help eliminate that. Again, it's like having a slightly stiffer anti-roll bar on it. So then we had Spax adjustable shock absorbers all round with lowered stiffened springs. So that combination really worked really well on the suspension. And on the brakes, we put the 4-speed wheel cylinders in the back, which are the same as Triumph TR8. They've got a slightly smaller bore, which people think that smaller bores can actually give you less braking. It'll actually give you more braking with the same size master cylinder, because you're moving the same amount of fluid. So with the smaller bore at the other end, it's going to push more pressure onto the rear shoes. So that was what the rears. On the front, had new discs, standard calipers, and it had EBC yellow stuff brake pads, topped off with Goodrich stainless steel flexi hoses. So the brakes on it were absolutely phenomenal, especially for basically a standard setup. The car didn't require anything better than that. As if it was better, all you're going to do is lock it up constantly. So that worked out really well. And obviously we've got the engine in the car, got it all set up and running well. The owner wanted to try and make it look as original as possible. So that's what we did. We used the original airbox, Sprint airbox. We used all the original cooling system, the fan setup. The only thing it had was a tubular manifold on it, which that's the only thing that you could say it was not factory. So it looked very, very, very original in there, and it looked, well, like a factory-built car. Excuse me. The only thing that I'm not too sure on is the engine seemed to move quite a lot on the standard TR7 engine mounts. So I know the Dolomite Sprint engine in the Sprint, it has an extra engine stabilizer bolted down to the subframe mount. So I'm wondering if the genuine TR7 sprints, there were so few of them. I've never actually worked on a genuine car, so I'm not sure. I'm wondering if they had something similar, which if it did, then we can obviously work with the customer and make something, or see if we can acquire something to do that. The reason that I think they had the engine stabilizer is purely because the sprint head is so much bigger and wider, and it's a lot more weight at the top end of the engine lean over to one side, which is going to make it move a lot more. So other than that, it was good. So the customer picked it up and drove it all the way back to Gloucester, down near Gloucester. He phoned me when he was about an hour away from home. He was at the services. It was all pretty much good at that point. So yeah, I think he loved the suspension setup on it. Thought the brakes were brilliant. So he's happy bunny. So we will put the video in now of the car before it left. I did do a little walk around of the video and show it. So if the audio is not quite good, I apologise, as I didn't have the mic. I've done it on my phone. So if the audio is not perfect, I apologise for that now. So we'll put that in. We'll put that in the video now. Right, here we've got the TR7 Sprint that we've been working on for the last week. Well, it's not a genuine sprint. It is a conversion that we were doing. So we'll have a quick look around it now, as it's actually leaving this afternoon. And we usually do our video on the Sunday, so we're going to put it in the video. We'll put this little video in the video, if that makes sense. So we'll have a quick walk around it and show you, as it won't be here tomorrow. So it's actually a very tidy little car. So we've done obviously the 16 valve conversion on it with an engine out of a donor car, and we've then done all uprated brakes and suspension. So if we look in there, we can see the new springs. It's then got Spax adjustable shock absorbers all round. It's also got EBC yellow stuff brake pads. It got, oh sorry, the camera went funny. It's then also had the new discs on the front, TR7 4-speed rear wheel cylinders, which are the same as Triumph TR8. They're a slightly smaller bore, so they actually give better braking efficiency on the back, with stainless steel braided Goodrich brake hoses on it. So the brakes are very, very good, so especially for a fairly standard setup. And then under the bonnet, we've got the 16 valve sprint engine, which the owner wanted to try and make it look original. So we've got the original airbox, and we've still got the original fan and cooling system set up, and it does work very, very well. So if we look under here, there's the adjuster for the shock absorbers, and obviously on the backs it's actually on the bottom of the shock absorber, so I'll put that back on. If we go around the other side, there we are. It has got a full Triumph tune exhaust system as well. It's got the 4-branch exhaust manifold and a full 2-inch big bore system on it. It does sound very, very nice. It's not loud at all. It's quite deep and quite throaty. So we'll start it up in a second. So I took it on a long test run yesterday and set the suspension up a little bit, as obviously everything needed setting. The owner didn't want it too stiff, but he wanted it stiffer than standard. So we've got that as best I can get it for what I think he needs. Or he might feel that he needs to tweak it a bit more, but that's obviously personal preference. So yesterday I took it out and done over 30 miles on it. Let's have a look at what the trip computer says. Oh, the trip says 34.5 miles. So we sat in traffic for a good sort of half an hour, and the temperature gauge did not get above halfway, which is absolutely bang on. It pretty much run just under half constantly, so it's exactly where it should be. And it was actually very warm and humid yesterday, so I don't think the car is going to have any issues with overheating. Obviously the engine is an unknown engine. It's pulled out of a scrap car. So we've not really gone through the engine, we've just serviced it and set it up. So how long the engine will last, who knows. But if the owner likes the 16 valve conversion, because he was in two minds whether to do a V8 or 16 valve, if he likes the 16 valve conversion, he's then going to consider having the engine rebuilt, and maybe a little bit more power put in at the same time, which I do recommend, as this engine is a tiny bit smoky on first start up when it's been sat overnight. The valve guard oil seals have obviously gone a bit hard, and on first start up you get a little bit of blue smoke out the back, but only on first start up. After a few seconds it clears out and it then doesn't smoke. So this is where it's sat overnight. So we'll see if she'll fire up. She should do. Just a second, yeah. Right. So we've got all the warning lights work, everything, even the coolant light works, which is great. It's a little bit cold at the moment. There we go, because she isn't. I've only literally started it up and moved it out this morning. So I'll just give it a little bit of throttle to keep it going. But it sounds really sweet. It's very responsive. So it's lovely. So I don't know if the camera will pick up the exhaust. As you can see, it's not smoking now. It's literally on first start up in the mornings. So I don't know, a little bit slow because it's cold. But it does sound very, very nice. So hopefully the owner will be happy with it. Obviously I'll be able to say more when we've when the owner's picked it up, and we'll put that in the main video. We'll put that in the main video tomorrow. So we'll let you know what the customer thinks of it. Yeah, hopefully he'll be happy. So we're hopefully going to get some pictures this afternoon of the cars, because we've got quite a lot of TR7s at the moment. We've got the Platinum V8 that I'm running around in. If anyone remembers that from previous videos, that's actually a car that we've done a considerable amount of recommissioning work on, and it's built using all genuine TR8 parts, so it's built to TR8 specs. So we've got the V8 Coupe, we've got the white 7 sat over there, which is completely standard, Bogo standard 8 valve as they come from the factory. And then my friend's getting his TR7 out this afternoon. He's got the Triton Green modified 8 valve in it, so we're going to line them up and hopefully get some nice photographs of them, because they're all quite nice little cars, and it'd be nice to get some photographs of them all, because they're all different. You know, they're all different specs. So everything from completely standard white one to full V8 conversion. So yeah, it's not very often you get all that sort of specs lined up at once, and all here. So we'll end it there, and we'll see what the owner has to say when he comes and picks it up. So I'll see you on camera in a minute. Right, as for next week, we've pulled the white stag in from outside, so we've got to get this running as the owner wants to sell it. So we're gonna get the engine running, see if we can get a radiator mounted in the front, as all the front's been hacked around, and there's nowhere to actually mount the radiator at the moment. So we've got to try and sort this front out to an extent. We're not going to weld it all up because there's way too much work, and it's not enough money. It'll cost way more than the car's ever going to make as a project car if we get this front all reattached. So what we're going to do is do a basic fit up on it and attach it just with a few self-tapping screws, just to get it somewhat aligned, back aligned again, so it's more complete and and get it lined up, so that the new owner's got a lot less work to try and rectify it. So then we can get the engine running and get the radiator mounted. So that's next couple of days job. So it'll be Monday and Tuesday, and then the rest of the week we've got the Sprint engine to continue with. So we want to try and get this engine done and all back together and back in the car for when the owner comes back off his holiday. So we're sourcing parts again at the moment for it. We've managed to get hold of some genuine timing chain guides and genuine timing chain tensioner. So we've actually got the new tensioner foot here. We've got a new body as well, but I might use the genuine body because there's no wear in it. It's got the original one on the car at the moment. So we might use that with, I've got a genuine Leyland, brand new foot for it, slipper foot. So all ready to go. So if we use that with the original body, then it's got a brand new genuine tension on it, which that would be great. So we're waiting for the guides to arrive, and then we can get a new chain. And then pretty much the last major part we need for it is the camshaft. So we're replacing the camshaft with a Newman's cam in it to add a bit more power, and then we can crack on and get the head back together, get all the clearances set up, which is much easier to do on the bench. You can bolt all the rocker gear and everything on. That's something else we've got to look at. The rocker gear, make sure the shaft's okay. If not, I have to replace the shaft. Get that all assembled, get all the valve clearances done. Then the head can go on, all the timing gears, everything go back in it, and it's pretty much then complete. So then it'll be then ready to go back in the car. So that is where we're up to. So yep, we'll get some work done on this, and we'll get some pictures if we can of it running, and see if we can help the owner try and sell it. As it is a project car, it does need a lot of work, but it's ideal for someone to take on if they're brave enough. It's not something that, like I said before, it's not something that you're going to spend a few weekends on and get it on the road for this year. It's a long-term project for someone, which people like. So we'll try and help them sell that. What else have we got? That's pretty much it this week, because we've literally done the whole week on the TR7. So we'll put all the pictures in at the end of the video. So please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.